A new struggle is rising in the Americas. Colombia's leftist president, Gustavo Petro, is facing off against Donald Trump. But behind the headlines about drug war is the real issue: labor rights. Because every time a Latin American nation tries to protect its workers, Washington treats it as an act of rebellion. Trump branded Petro an illegal drug dealer based on no evidence, cut US aid, and launched deadly naval strikes in the Caribbean, killing fishermen of multiple nations. The trigger: Petro launched the most ambitious workers' rights agenda in modern Colombian history. His reform aimed to make stable contracts the norm, shorten the workday, and formally protect gig economy workers by legally requiring the apps to pay into Social Security and make their algorithm transparent. When Congress blocked him, he took it directly to the people, asking for a referendum and sparking massive protests in his support. The US response was immediate. The embassy warned Colombia must remain attractive to private enterprise. Corporations and credit agencies threatened investment would evaporate if workers gained this kind of power, job security, and dignity.
Por Asamblea General de los Pueblos en las Naciones Unidas, vamos a presentar una resolución que diga que se ordena a las Naciones Unidas la configuración de un ejército de la salvación del mundo que tiene como primera tarea liberar a Palestina. Tiene que ser más grande que el de los Estados Unidos. Por eso, desde aquí, desde Nueva York, le pido a todos los soldados del ejército de los Estados Unidos no apuntar contra la humanidad sus fusiles. Desobedezcan la orden de Trump. Obedezcan la orden de la humanidad.
This is an old bloody playbook. In 1954, Guatemala's president Jacobo Arbenz passed a popular land reform, taking unused land from a US fruit company. The CIA overthrew him, leading to decades of terror and 200,000 deaths, over 80% indigenous Mayans. In another example, in 1973, Chile's Salvador Allende raised wages and nationalized copper. A US-backed coup installed a dictatorship that killed thousands. These are just a few examples. The message is clear: democratically approved labor laws that threaten corporate profits will not be tolerated. But Petro is a new kind of leader, it seems, at least for now. A former rebel who fought against a two-party dictatorship designed to exclude the majority of Colombians: peasants, indigenous, Afro-Colombian communities, workers, and students. He became Colombia's first leftist president, arguing drug trafficking is a problem of poverty and represents a fundamental break from the past.
Personas campesinas hubieran sido mejores que terratenientes colombianos que también tienen muchísima ignorancia, no porque no quieran saber, sino porque el mundo de su hacienda le impide saber el mundo. Y hubieran sido mejores negociando el TLC en Colombia 1000 veces. Un productor de café que los señoritos de Bogotá que llevaron a robarse los productores del café, o en el caso del TLC, que incluye el café, todos los productos agrarios, un campesino le hubiera dicho: miren lo que se necesita para que un campesino de Colombia no siembre hoja de coca, que no es echarle una bomba en la cabeza o quemarle el rancho o sacarlo a la fuerza, que es lo que hasta el día de hoy, incluido el gobierno de Biden, pero sí al extremo, tienen en la cabeza.
Now, Trump threatens tariffs and a blockade, much like what Cuba has faced for decades for daring to stand up to it. US warships patrol the coast. The question is no longer if Washington will act against a leader who empowers workers and calls for Latin American hegemony, but how far will it go? The empire still fears the rise of labor. The winds of numerous US interventions in Latin America are rising again. Until next time, stay informed, stay in the struggle.